we've got some fun things to talk about tonight. We're excited
Oh
about this
yeah,
one.
we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We got some really good cigars. It's raining over here. I think it's starting to rain right here right now. I don't care. I'm gonna sit through it. But hey, I got Romeo and Juliet from Havana. I got a Cuban here today,
Sweet.
so that's pretty good. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
gonna be
jealous of
really
that
really
guy.
nice. I know, right? It was I got a great price on this one. It was 28 bucks. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I have a
Yeah.
one that I got for free. I've actually started taking pictures for some local cigar companies. So I got mine for no cost, but it's Brujos tobacco. Um, Brujos is like warlock, like a male witch. So we'll
Okay.
see how it is. But it's the I don't know if you can see that. It's the barber pole.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I got some of those when I was in Florida last week. Thought I was going to premiere that tonight, but I didn't. I got this just about an hour ago, and I'm like, you know what? I'm smoking this tonight.
yeah,
If
that
I'm
I
going to
would
smoke one a week, yeah.
I'd be
And
smoking
I
that
got
too.
and I also got a box of Cubans too as well for my friends. So I got a box of 60 gauge Cuban 50 anniversaries Cohibas, and
Oh, so
yeah.
jealous.
And I made some new friends at the Indian reservation. So there you go, and they have
So,
all the paperwork. It's all documented. Yeah, they're the real deal.
so
So I'm
you
gonna
will
get
be
this thing.
visiting frequently.
Yeah, yeah, and apologizing for taking the land and whatever it is, whatever you want me to do, I will do for those Cubans.
I'm sorry we took
Now,
your land. Can I give you money for your cigars?
right, and when they run out of cigars, all bets are off.
I'm back. That's awesome. Well, we have some interesting questions we want to
Oh,
answer, but before we hop into
oh,
that, got
oh,
some.
Zach,
Oh, is it good?
this is great.
This is
Oh
great.
yeah, this is
You're
great.
in
Oh my
trouble
God,
now.
I'm in trouble. Luckily, this was $28 a stick. This is $28 a stick, and like, oh my God, this is great. Oh my gosh,
Compare it to
it
like
has a
the
nice little
best you've
spice.
ever had.
This is a little bit more bold than I'm
Okay.
usually used to, but it has a good spice to it. So there's no hay to it. I got a lot of spice to it, so it's a little spicy on that end. So I can
Okay.
feel it on. I can definitely feel it on my tongue and my lips, and it's got a really nice smooth. It's smooth all the way around, so it's real smooth but spicy. And it's
Okay.
just if you're not into cigars and into spice, you might actually like this one a lot.
Huh. Okay. Okay. I say that one that I sent you the other day. That was kind of that way where it's very vanilla, very spicy,
Yeah,
but it wasn't quite a Maduro. I think it
yeah.
was, but it didn't smoke like one. It was interesting.
Mm. And I did pour. I know it's a school night. It's a Sunday, and I don't drink on school nights, but obviously I do now. Well, I don't do now, but I was like with this
That's
Romeo
good.
and Juliet. I got to get a Colonel Taylor in there. So I got a really nice bourbon to go with this. I'll just do one drink and done. Might not even finish that. But when you have a good conversation, you want a good bourbon and a good cigar. Man, I was looking forward to this all week to talk about barbecue and talk about cigars. And this is exciting. This is the highlight. I'm getting ready for work tomorrow. This is the best thing I can do, right? Find a great friend, sit there and talk, reconnect. I mean, you're going to talk about what you're going through right now. I mean, what I'm going through is a little cold, but I'm outside. At least I'm not in the garage
Yeah.
tonight. That's
There you
good.
go. There you go.
But
Nice to know.
it is starting to rain, but I'll suck it up.
I say,
I do have to, in a little bit, I might have to pull that Singaporean jerky off. We'll talk about that. But anyhow,
all right.
I like the cigar. I recommend the cigar. But let's jump into barbecue. What do you think? Or do you want to talk a little bit more about your cigar?
I like this one. This one's interesting. A little bit spicy. The barber poles. I don't know. I think I'm liking them a little bit more. It's got a nice blend of kind of the lighter flavors, but it does have some spice. So
Is it?
Brujos tobacco,
Okay.
if you're here in Mexico, is it's a good one. I think Mexican cigars get a bad rap because people go to like the touristy places and they spend $15 on a cigar that should have been like 2 or 3 bucks.
Yeah.
But I found some local artisans that honestly are super good. This was actually sent over to me by a friend that he runs Habana Club. So if you're in Mexico, they send out like a subscription box every month. And I've tried 4 cigars from him. Every single one's been phenomenal so far. Like
Really?
just
And how far
absolutely
from
great.
where in Playa de Carmen are they located?
He's actually in Mexico City, but he ships anywhere in
Okay.
Mexico. So
So if you're in Mexico City, go see him.
yeah, well, and I'll have to look. Some of these brands, I think they might ship internationally. I'll have to see if there are any. We'll definitely talk about those on the video. But
Yeah.
right now, Mexico's all kind of in lockdown from some cartel wars, so we're in lockdown right now. But
Yeah,
maybe
tell
you
me
can
what's
still
going on
ship
with
them
your
out.
neck. You said there's car fires in Playa de Carmen?
Yeah, we had a couple of cars on fire at the grocery store we normally shop at. So
There's that.
there's that.
Um,
Yeah. So we didn't go grocery shopping today. Probably won't tomorrow either. I wanted to go to the butcher so that we can do some barbecue this week, but we
yeah.
might just be sticking to like burgers and simple stuff.
If electricity wasn't so dang expensive, you'd have a big freezer out there.
Yeah, for real
And
though.
I mean, that's the only thing that's expensive up there is electricity, right?
And
Everything else is
gas.
really cheap.
Yeah,
Right.
electricity and
But you don't
gas.
have a,
I don't
oh,
have a car.
gas to heat the house, you mean?
No, for cars, taxis,
But
stuff
you don't
like
have a
that.
car.
Yeah, no,
Okay. So the only thing that really affects you is electricity. So
yeah,
if it wasn't for hot electricity, you'd get a deep freezer. And
yes.
like, yeah, I'm like, if cartels were to burn down my grocery stores right now, I'm good for about 8 months. I'm probably easy 8 months. I got I mean,
Easy.
I'm good. That's
I'm
what I'm
good.
trying to say. Electricity's cheap. I'm good for a while. So hey, El Guapo or El Jefe, if you're out there, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm in Tacoma. You can't really make this more. It's got patches of being a shithole out here, but you can't really. I mean, it's like lighting a shithole on fire. Like, okay, it's like lighting a bag of poop on fire. It's like, all right, there it is.
That's
I
amazing.
mean, I think the cartel would be like, oh, I think you guys already did enough damage to your own city in
Yeah.
Tacoma. Yeah.
Oh dear.
No,
No.
but actually where I'm at, it's beautiful. Actually, don't get me wrong. There's pockets and the pockets out here are really nice. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
speaking about Tacoma though, I had the best
Yeah.
barbecue I've
Yeah.
had so far in Seattle. So I went to Bob's. So Bob's Barbecue is an old school little hole in the wall place, not in the fanciest part of town. It's great, but they've been around since 1989. So
Oh
they've been
wow.
around for a while.
Yeah.
And Bob was in the military. He actually was in Texas, in Palestine, Texas. And I got to meet JC's the pitmaster, and Kay is Bob's daughter. Well, I'll give you a little background. Kay's 85 years old. So when I asked, is Bob alive? They go, no, Bob was my dad. I'm like, oh, he would have had to be like 100 and something years old, 150. But I'm sure he served in World War II. And for sure. So shout out to Bob for doing that for his services, but also bringing the family out. Kay was 4 years old when she came up from Palestine, Texas.
Oh
So
wow.
as you know, Texas is great barbecue.
Yeah.
And the one thing Bob said, he was in the military, and he says, Washington doesn't have any good barbecue. I'm like, well, duh, Bob. Hell, I mean, fast forward 60 years and you're in the same spot. But when I was out here in Washington, everyone has these pellet smokers or electric and propane, and it's just there's no smoke ring, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
But JC, they have the smokers in the back in the alley,
Okay.
and they use fruit woods. They use offsets of fruit woods.
Oh,
So if
interesting.
you're in, yeah, I mean, you saw the smoke ring, you tasted the wood, you saw the smoke, and I was like, there it is. I was like, damn. They source their wood from different, like after fruit pickings, all the apple trees get down, they season their wood.
Okay.
And so I was talking to Kay about that. She's 85, but she still knew who barbecue. She knew barbecue. I'm like, damn. And she had a Bible on the table, and it was a small little restaurant. Like I said, it was nothing fancy, but she had a Bible on the table, and we're talking about barbecue and God and coming from Texas. And you know what? I wish I had a cigar in there. I was like, this to me is amazing, and it's America.
Mm-hmm.
That it is. It just told me about land of opportunities and starting a business and running it. And they don't do a lot of business, but man, if you're in the Washington, if you land in the SeaTech or in Washington, go 20 minutes south. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays,
Oh, okay.
but because church is God's day, which I
Uh-huh.
love. But they fire
Why
the smokers back
Mondays?
up on Tuesday. Maybe you just need 2 days off, right? They probably don't have a big. They probably don't have a big demand, probably.
Yeah.
And but great people, great Americans, and you're sitting there going, just an African American family, just really just salted the earth. And so I got back and I said, I got some chicken and I got some ribs and I got some brisket. And the brisket had a good smoke ring. Probably, and if I was JC here, it had good flavor and I loved it, but
Okay.
probably a little overdone for my taste,
Okay.
because it didn't really hold together, which is fine. But I loved it because it was I didn't have to cook it and it was real
Yeah.
brisket. It
What's the
wasn't, it
first one you
wasn't, it
found there
wasn't
that's
baked brisket.
decent that you have to cook?
Right. It wasn't baked brisket. So I'm like, all right. So then, put my other earbud in. So then I was, so then, doing that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Uh-oh. Can you hear me in there now? Is it good?
Yeah, it changed sound, but I can hear you. I wonder
Okay.
if it switched to your phone.
Yeah, switch to my phone. But as long as we're good, we're good. Okay, so um, that being said, so but it was great talking about barbecue. But the chicken was amazing, and I say this to JC. It was like, a lot of people can do brisket, but a lot of people can't do chicken because that skin gets
Mm-hmm.
rubbery and all that. And they had a mop sauce on it. I'm like, no, a good barbecue doesn't need sauce, but man, he had a mop sauce, and it was really good. And so I put that paired it with everything. But I did tried the barbecue first, and then I put the mop sauce on it. Man, it was great. And I called him. I called him up about an hour later because I brought it home. And I said, JC, he's like, this is Tony. He goes, oh, yeah, I just met you. Yeah. He's like, I was nervous about you trying my barbecue because, I told him what we do and things like that. And we
Yeah.
travel around the world and see barbecue and talk barbecue all the time. And I go, man, you nailed it. He's like, really? He was so excited. It made his day. And I'm like, well, you know what? It's just somebody calls him and appreciates good barbecue. And like I said, if you happen to be in Washington area and you want barbecue, go to Bob's. And but they had rib tips, and they sold out on rib tips, and a lot of places don't do rib tips.
Okay.
And and it is rib tips are great. They're little snacks, but when you take a St. Louis ribs on the top, and you kind of slice the top of it to uniform them up, what they do is they chop up those. They cook the rib that piece up there, and then they chop them up and cook them twice. And I've done that before. Yeah, nothing goes to waste. But man, the rib tips are usually one of my favorite ends because it's closer, because it's that side of the pork belly. It's that side on those ribs come off the pork belly, but that rind is right on the loin and the belly. And rib tips are usually one of my favorites. And man, so I'm excited. I'm gonna go back there again. But So I got a tip for another barbecue place. My boss, he's from Kansas City. He loves barbecue. So, but I'm gonna try that on next week. But I'm gonna always go back to Bob's and as my go-to, especially if they have rib tips. But yeah, shout out to JC and Miss K, and just great people. That's all my barbecue for this week.
That's a big endorsement though, because none of the stuff you've sent me so far have you been impressed with, and picture wise, I haven't really been impressed with. So if you want good barbecue, it sounds like that's the place.
We went to Warhogs in Tacoma, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's a Pella Big barbecue." I was like, and guess what? I gave some to the dog, and the dog got sick. Crapped everywhere, threw up. I mean, no joke. I've never seen my dog get sick of barbecue. I'm like, holy crap. So, hey, Warthogs in Tacoma, don't waste your money. Go to Bob's.
Don't waste your money.
Don't waste your money. You're going to spend a lot of money on that. And I spent a lot more. But the sides, they had collard greens, they had mac and cheese. But guess what? The sides were okay. But that's what testament to you go. When the barbecue's good, the sides won't be as good. Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion, and I give my Justin Jones always told me that. And I went to one place where the sides and the barbecue were great, so F you Justin on that end. But he's right. Overall, you normally don't see good sides and good barbecue at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyhow, go see JC and go see Miss K over there at Bob's. Yeah, and I'm still loving this cigar. All right. No. So tell me what's going on in. So the cartels are pissed off. What happened over there? Why are the cartels getting all pissy over there?
Well, they've always had wars, but government decided to step in and took out one of the head cartel leaders.
Yeah.
And so the other cartel's pissed about it and going kind of crazy. Lots of fires. And it's all targeted cartel attacks, but it's kind of wild. Well, it's a new experience for us. We've had people calling down like, "Aren't you worried?" I'm like, I don't know why I would be worried. We had worse stuff in Colorado down the street in Aurora. So right. It was more consistent down there. This is like the first time this has happened since we've been here. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get more worried, but for now.
But Puerto Vallarta is great. I mean, everyone running into the airports of Puerto Vallarta. Are people trying to get out of Playa del Carmen right now?
Not that I know of. I mean, my neighbor, we had the car fire right next to us. Neither of us knew what was going on. We're just like, she doesn't seem worried either. So it's just kind of let them do their thing. And
But would you rather have Orange Man do it or your Mexican government do it? Because I think if Orange Man went in there with the military, it would be a whole different ballgame. I think it would see.
Yeah. Well, and I think the difference is like in America, when you have gun violence, it's random. Like it's, there's no differentiation of person. Like someone goes into a school and it doesn't matter, student, teacher, kid, like it doesn't matter. Here it's, we are specifically targeting this specific person. If you're a casualty, like that's not ideal, but like it's not just I'm going crazy and rant. Like
no one
it feels very different here.
Yeah, no
So
one's dying. It's just all fires and stuff like that, right? I don't think, did anybody get hurt?
no, it's cartel members. They're getting hurt.
No, 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 no. But did the cartel hurt any of the tourists?
No.
So there
Not
you go.
I haven't heard
Yeah,
of any tourists being hurt yet. I mean, maybe there
that's what I'm
has been.
trying. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I mean, cartels definitely got hurt. They got killed. I got
yeah.
that. That's the message. That's why they're
And
pissed,
that's
I guess.
normal.
Right. That's normal. That's the job you chose, right? But yeah, the tourists. I mean, if I was there, like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
But
no. This is kinda,
imagine if they kill Americans. Like, oh shit. Like, I think they're very
well, and they
right.
wouldn't do that because both of them profit off of tourists. So the one thing that
Oh,
they have in common is
yeah.
tourists are a source of revenue. So it's not a good idea to diminish your revenue source.
Right. I wonder if they own the electricity because it's so expensive out there. I bet they.
I would not. It would not surprise me in the slightest. Oh man. Okay,
So what do you
we've
want to
got.
jump into now? Let's talk about barbecue some
Yeah.
more. But you had some questions about barbecue, didn't
Yep,
you?
we've got. We've been asking. This is live stream, so like if there's ever any questions that pop in, we'll prioritize that. But I decided to have chat give us a couple of questions,
Okay.
and
Yeah, I'm gonna turn
so
up some. I'm cooking some Singaporean smoked beef jerky now. Let me go take it off right now. It's due to come off. I'm gonna pull it
Okay.
off real quick. All right, I'll
Yeah,
be
go
right
for
back.
it.
Hold on, give
All
me
right.
1 second. If you're live, I apologize.
Nope, you're good. All right, so let's see here. First question, I'll go ahead and read it while you go ahead and flip the things over. So question number 1 is, what's the most overrated barbecue rule, and what rule do you refuse to break? All right, while Tony's flipping his stuff, I'm gonna kind of think about this one.
Oh man, I just took a bite of it.
You good?
Oh man, yeah, just turned out exactly what I wanted.
All right.
All right.
All right. Did you hear the question?
No, what is it again? I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. So, what is the most overrated barbecue rule, and what rule do you refuse to break? So, basically, like, what is a rule in barbecue? They're like, that's not really a rule. And then the other ones where it is a rule, and you're like, yes, absolutely, I will never break that rule.
So, for me, it's wrapping in peach paper. That's all subjective too, right? So it's what you like. It's what you know.
Yeah.
It's what you like. So that's not really a rule. But if someone says you have to wrap in peach paper, that's a rule. Screw that. I like foil.
Okay.
I'm a foil guy. And at Bob's, they talked to me about that too. They asked me, "What do you like?" And I said, "I like foil." And they go, "Oh, but you got to wrap it tight, because if you have any air pockets in there, then you're going to lose that bark." I think where peach paper works well, it's a little bit more forgiving, because as the fat soaks through it, I think that paper sticks to the meat a little bit more. And I think that's where you get the bark. So I mean, it's what you know. So if you're a novice and you want to like be like Aaron Franklin and do peach paper, great, because you want to look like a douchebag, like everybody. Again, now we're starting fires. Right now we're going to start fights. If you want to be a douchebag and do peach paper, no, I don't care. Honestly, it's what you like. I had peach paper. It was okay. I didn't see any benefits from it. It's just real expensive. I gave it away. I got $100 roll or whatever. Gave that away. And I like, just like my foil. I'm used to it. Yeah. I get it, and I can produce a good product. And then we go to Clay's. Remember, we go to Tootsie's and Clay's. They use foil. Goldie's ranked number 1. They use foil.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just, yeah. And so again, that's not a rule, but some people say it's a rule.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like I've done both foil and paper, and I feel like mine turns out better when I use paper. But again, it's just for whatever reason, however I wrap it, that's how it turns better. So that's what I like. Like I don't think one's right or wrong.
And I can see, but you put tallow on it too, right? So you wrap it with tallow, so that kind of sticks to the paper sticks to that barbecue. Again, there's no gaps in there. Yeah. So maybe that's why you like it too. And so, and tallow is kind of like a new thing. In the last 5 years, people putting tallow on their briskets now. 5 years, 10 years, but a long time ago, 15, 20 years ago, no one put tallow. For 100 years, no one put tallow on their stuff. But I find that it's actually a little bit better. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And so what's another rule you think?
Yeah. So rule that I think is overrated, I have to say, because this kind of goes into like the whole reason I like barbecue in the first place, is like that there's one proper temperature or way to cook a piece of meat. Like some people are like, hey, if the ribs fall off the bone, it's overdone. But if to the person who likes the ribs, they like it to fall off the bone, like then
Yeah.
that's perfectly done. And so there's competition, but again, that's you're cooking it for the competition. You're cooking it for certain
Yeah.
specifications. So whatever your specifications are, I think is what's right. And I know that's not a rule because there's a proper temperature for brisket, like whatever. I think the proper way to do it is the way that you like best. Like when I
You know
go to a
what?
steak, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Go. When you go to steakhouse, I'm sorry to interrupt. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I was gonna say like there's not many steakhouses I'll go to that I like better than the way I cook it because I smoke it for so long and I get a smoky like I do it exactly the way I want it. So I can take a okay piece of meat and make it better than a steakhouse does because they're making it for everyone. They're not making it for
Right.
me. So
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you about another rule I'm going to break. Depends on what you're cooking with. Okay. So if I'm
Okay.
cooking on the Easy Bake, right? If I'm using my Weber sear wood, I'm cooking on Easy Bake. Guess what? I don't give a crap about temperatures. All I care about is smoke now.
yeah.
So everyone says you got to cook it low and slow, 220. And I agree with the low and slow part. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
225, 250, no more than 275, blah, blah, blah. But on my Weber, my Easy Bake, and I do that only in the wintertime. Summertime, I have no excuse. But in the wintertime, because it's cold out here and raining, I can use my Easy Bake, and I'll cook at 180 because I use that sear wood. I use the smoke boost.
Yeah.
Because I have a big chunk of meat. I'm trying to penetrate that meat hard with smoke. I don't care about the temps. Everyone talks about that. My first 6-7 hours, I don't even care what the temp is. I just want that smoke. I want a clean smoke. I want to get it in there. I want to build up that smoke. Where the temps really start changing, when you really need the temps, is when you wrap it, you probe it, you wrap it, and then you want to pull it off at 205. I think that's the most important thing is when you pull it off.
Yeah.
I think you pull it off too late, it falls apart. Pull it off too early, it becomes chewy, it becomes bubble gum, right? So I think the most important thing is forget the temps. Look at the smoke for the first 6-7 hours. Find your areas in your smoker that you like. Easy Bake, Traeger, whatever you want to use. Green Mountain, whatever. If you use a tureen, those Indian green eggs, the ceramic things, those are great too. But look at your smoke. I mean, everyone's, our friend Cody that's on here, he has got a little thermometer around his chest. Call him the meat coach, because he's got he looks like a coach with a stopwatch. And but it's funny, his wife Nikki, she really does a lot of the smoking, and she cooks a lot. And she would say, "Yeah, I'm cooking at 190, 200." I'm like, "Why are you doing?" But she was doing it on the Rectech.
Yeah.
Well, those things are a piece of crap anyway. They don't develop smoke, and so she had to go lower. Yeah, Mr. Rectech, if you're listening, your product sucks.
Your product
So
sucks.
I got rid of it. I got it with 35 cents on the dollar. That's how much I didn't like it. You know what?
Oh wow.
And the guy who took it loved it, but I'm like, he's a sucker. Should have bought the Weber. Seriously. And Weber didn't pay us, and they didn't give me anything for free.
Yeah.
So this is 100% honest.
Yeah.
But that Weber is a great for that. But what I'm trying to get at is, forget the low and slow, forget the 220, forget the temps. Just look at your smoke, penetrate that meat, get that smoke ring, fill it with smoke, because that's what you're going for. Is that you're going for that smoke flavor? That's where you're smoking. If not, put it in the oven.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you wrap it really tight, and now you're going for temps. So I think the golden rule is, you have to keep it at 225. You have to keep it 250. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You have to keep it. Now, if I'm using my offset, I got to look at my fires. I got to look at my smoke. I got to make sure it's clean. I got to make sure I'm using different types of woods. But that's just more of a, just been doing it for many years. And just, I was talking to JC about that at Bob's. He's like, yeah, you had to get rid of the other guy because he wasn't doing the woods right. He's like, he'd been doing it for 30, 40 years, 50 years, the way his dad's been doing it. God, more than that. His dad's been doing it, and I get it. You got to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
And so that being said, it's like, get rid of the temps. When you do an offset, it's a whole different ballgame. But look at the clean smoke. But just like your pellet smoker, it's that. So I think that's a rule I'd break for sure. That I break that rule every time because I don't care about that rule. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think it is because most people probably are using a pellet smoker, whether they have both or just a pellet smoker. Like it's just more accessible, and so like understanding a pellet smoker isn't like an offset. Like I can get a smoke ring that rivals an offset, but I'm using the smoke boost, at 180. I'm probably using some smoked salt on it to sit and soak in overnight. And like, I've got to do a lot to kind of get the same as the offset. But I actually cooked burgers earlier today. It was really weird because Allie was hungry and she's like, "Hey, I want a burger just real fast, and you can cook the rest for later." And I cooked it just, 350. So it was only on there like 15, 20 minutes, but it didn't get pink or red at all like my normal burgers do. And I'm like,
yeah,
what happened to the meat? Like, it looks it looks sickly. It looks gray. I'm like, oh, because I didn't smoke it before. Like, oh, like it's like it can get a lot of smoke. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time, but if especially if you're using a pellet smoker with a chimney, so not the sear wood,
Yeah.
any of the other ones, you have to have enough time at that really low smoke setting to get the flavor you want before it gets cooked.
Yeah. 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 So, this just reminded me, speaking of, so remember I was telling you I was going to buy a huli huli chicken cooker,
Yeah.
and I had it, it's a big trailer, it put all the charcoal in there, and it kind of takes chicken and all that. Oh my God. So I'm like, nah, I'll save some money. And, I won't buy that. It's $700. This is a great price. It was 15. The motor alone is over 700. And I'm sitting there, wow. But man, when I saw those case of cigars for $450, I'm like, I didn't think twice. It was like a no-brainer. Done.
Doing it.
It's like cigars, barbecue, and oxygen. It was like
Cigars is first. Oxygen can wait.
Oxygen can wait, right? It was like, but huli chicken. I'm like, when I started thinking about it, it's like, but when it comes to cigars and barbecue, I try not to run a spreadsheet. But huli chicken, I'm like, but I still might go back and get that one. Yeah. We'll see. But it'd be another. My deck is only so big. I think I need a bigger deck. But I'm looking right here. I got my big Weber right here, my gas grill, but that's like fun stuff. I do steaks, whatever, fish. I got my Easy Bake over here, my Weber Easy Bake, and then I got my kettle, which is I'm gonna start using my kettle in the summertime more because I like that old school
like
charcoal.
A green egg or like a
no, just a Weber. Everything is. You think my backyard? You think I'd have a jacket called Weber? I'm like, looks like I'm sponsored by Weber back here, and it's crazy. And then I have my big offset over here. Okay. Well, not my big. It's my small.
Your small offset, but for most people, a big offset.
Yeah, for most people, it's a big offset. I have it there, so that one's a nice one too. So I think I'll use that one more, and this one right here, and then I have one on the trailer, and that one's getting done actually. That one right now is putting a Santa Maria grill on that.
Oh,
if no one knows what Santa Maria grill, that's the one with the wheel goes up and the level goes up and down, and you cook under wood. So on one side I have my big smoker. I can do a crap ton of briskets on that one. Pork butts, things like that. I can probably cook for 100 people on that end. And then on the other side, I have my Santa Maria I'm putting in. Then I have my big burner. So I had 2 burners. Now I just have 1 big burner. Like, why do you have a burner? I could do a fryer if I want to do smoked wings and then fry them up. And then if I want to do breakfast and things like that, because you're cooking all night for somebody, do breakfast burritos and things like that. You have some kind of burner if I want to do crawfish and barbecue at the same time. Right now is a great time of year. This is when crawfish are out, so I can do barbecue and crawfish. Depends where you're at. So so I mean, I'm not saying it's meant for catering, but I'm not going to cater. It's just more for having out and hanging out.
There you go.
All right, what's another? I'm
no, you're good.
Sorry, I'm all excited about these questions. Yeah.
I actually really like this question. So this one's: if you could only smoke one cut of meat for the next year, what is it, and how would you keep it interesting? The next is also for cigar. So we're gonna do barbecue, and then also if you can only smoke one cigar.
Okay, money's no object.
Yeah, you get smoke one meat every day for the next year.
Well, it depends. Like if I'm paying for it out of my own pocket, right? Mm-hmm. Then, wow.
You got to eat it every day too. Like I
got to eat every day.
Yeah.
So you just can't pork. Okay, so pork is so universal. I can make chorizo. I can smoke chorizo. I can do all kinds of stuff.
It's one cut.
One cut. Okay.
One cut. Yeah. Got to make it as hard as possible.
Oh shit! One cut. God dang it! Oh, that's hard. I still have to go back to pork or beef ribs. Beef ribs would be the thing because I get tired of brisket after a while.
Okay.
And I was thinking picanha in my head real quick because I like picanha.
Yeah.
Like steak and eggs and things like that. But if I had to do something, I would probably do. I'd do a pork butt. The reason why? The reason why is I can make tamales out of that. Okay. I can cut that down. I can make tamales out of that for sure. I can smoke the pork butt. I can make pulled pork. I can make carnitas out of that on the smoker. I can smoke the pork butt and then cut that up and dice it and make carnitas or smoked carnitas. That's pretty good too. I can fillet it out, a pork butt, lay it all out and fillet it out, pound it all out and roll it up. And then I could wrap a pig skin around it. Okay, no, I can't because it's only one cut. So I think I do pork butt. That's what I would do. that's just, I think it's more universal. I can do with eggs. I can do burritos. I can do
Mm-hmm.
stews. I can do chilies out of that. I can do tamales. I can do all kinds of stuff out of a pork butt. I think for 1 year, that would be my thing.
Okay.
What about
I
you?
think
What do you think?
I think the trick with this question is that it makes the assumption that you get bored of things, and I really don't. Like a tomahawk steak, hour and a half, 2 hour smoke, you know, a nice thick cut. I could eat that just that way every single day for a year. But if I was
But
going
what
to
if you
keep
had
it
to pay for it,
interesting,
though?
what?
But if you had to pay for it now, you can't
Ribeye
afford a
steak.
tomahawk steak.
I'll just go ribeye
Rib-
steak. Ribeye
Okay.
steak down here is $8 a pound, $9 a pound. So like,
Actually, I'm cooking some ribeyes tonight after this.
there you go. There you go.
I got
But,
this
like,
going. I'm gonna do some ribeyes.
you make ribeye tacos. You can make, you know, you can slice it up, put in your eggs.
Yeah.
Like you could make it interesting. I honestly could eat a ribeye steak, if
Oh.
not every meal, at least like lunch every single day. No problem.
I'm gonna. You know what? I might change mine. Okay, so if money's no object, ribeye it is, because I do a whole ribeye roast. Okay, you know what?
There you
Yes. You know what? Money's no object. Ribeye roast. Bone
go.
in.
Ribeye roast. Okay.
Bone in. Because I have beef ribs from off of that, right? So now I can not get bored. So I
There
do
you
a bone in ribeye roast. Because then I have the ribeye cap, which I can make medallions out of that. And if you ever had ribeye cap, the cap is probably the best cut on the whole damn cow, period. That's just my opinion, and I'll fight you. I'll punch you right in the throat if
I'll
you say
fight you.
anything otherwise. Right in the, I'll
Okay.
throat punch you. Because that ribeye cap is the best. And what you do is a lot of times you pull that off and you can roll it up, make medallions, and make like little flaming youngs out of that. But you're right. I can make stew out of that. I can make chili out of that ribeye. I can make, again, tamales out of that ribeye. So, yeah, I think now I'm being a sheep. I think I'm going to follow you on this one. I think I would do a ribeye roast.
Okay.
I do ribeye roast. That would be my one cut. Ribeye roast, bone in ribeye roast. That
I
would
like
be my
it.
one cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
But,
cigar?
yeah, I'm really digging this Romeo and Juliet.
I
So
was
money's no
gonna say,
object.
When you sent me a picture of that earlier, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be his new favorite.
Man, I would think I haven't tried the Cohiba 50th anniversary. I got 60 gauge. But that one, either way, it's gonna be a Cuban. If money's
Okay.
no object, and I say that because they're just mild. I like mild cigars. You like more pungent Maduros,
Mhm.
things like that. So it may not be for you, but for me, I would do that Cuban. Now, if it was something I had to pay for,
Yeah.
and I only had one cigar, I would do probably the Monte Cristo Whites.
Okay.
Again, they're $20 a stick, a little bit pricey, but if I had to just do one cigar, again, it's okay, better yet, summertime. I'm gonna smoke more cigars in the summertime. Depends how cold it is and how wet. So I
Okay.
might just do maybe a Rocky Patel 10-year anniversary. Those are actually good too. What about you? What would you do?
Oh, I think honestly, I was actually
Money's no
trying to
object,
find
and
this.
then money is object. Yeah.
Money. Well, and I honestly I haven't tried too many. I think the most expensive cigar I had was that Monte Cristo that you gave me that we smoked together.
That box one, that square one we got at that.
Mhm. The one that was like
cigar
too
lounge we got
strong
in
for you.
Mexico? Yeah. No, I didn't try it. I just knew the
Oh
other one
no!
was too strong.
No, that was the one you bought. The one that we smoked up on the balcony.
Oh yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, that was too
Yeah.
strong for me. It was good, but you like that one?
I like that one. That was the most expensive cigar I've smoked. I liked it. I don't know that I could smoke it every day though, because that was a strong, strong cigar. I'm
Yeah.
trying to find. So I think if I was to pick a local cigar, I have a picture of it here somewhere. I was trying to find it. But it was one I got from a local brand here, and it was absolutely phenomenal. There's one I sent you a picture of. But it was vanilla. It was spicy. It wasn't too strong. It had Maduro notes, but it was light Maduro. Like it was like the perfect cigar. So that one. I need to find the picture of it. Here it is. To see if you can
So
see that.
this is my first Romeo and Juliet cigar, and I'll be honest with you, I'm in love with the cigar already. I might just, as I'm smoking this more and more, and money's no object, I just might just
do that one.
Just do this one in my hand. Yeah.
I'd say this one was a La Katrina special edition. So I think it was actually like a $15 cigar, which for down here in Mexico is actually, a more expensive cigar. But like you can see the color on that is just It's a gorgeous, like
Oh yeah.
dark golden brown. So it's not a Maduro, but it's definitely not a light natural either.
Yeah.
So, okay, I like that. And say like, I think taking this question one step further, if
Okay.
you had to smoke one cigar every single day, only one, you don't get any more, no more, no less. When would you smoke it, and like what would you have with it?
Ooh. Damn. Oh, it depends. Can I smoke in the house or not in the house? I got a wife that doesn't let me smoke
I
in
got
the
a
house,
wife.
right?
It doesn't work like that.
If I wasn't married and I lived in my house and I didn't care about smoke, I mean, I would probably smoke.
Oh, I think we lost you. All right. Well, while we wait on Tony to hop back in here, I'm trying to post and let y'all know that we're live here on Instagram. I think if I could choose to smoke one cigar every single day, it would be in the morning. It would be with a cup of coffee, specifically Tamarindo Naranjo, which is one of Tony's friends, Craig. Comes from Costa Rica. It's cross-pollinated with oranges. Sweetest medium dark coffee you've ever had. Super smooth. Absolutely delicious. I don't know if many of you like morning cigars, breakfast cigars, and honestly, like I think the problem is I like the Maduros, but I could smoke a Maduro in the morning with empty stomach and be just fine, which I don't think is the norm. But I absolutely could. Love it every single day. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Let's see if we can get Tony back in here and see what he would do. But looks like he dropped out. I don't know if his phone died or what. Honestly, though, I'm liking this. I know probably many of you are not down here in Mexico, but Brujos Tobacco, super good. Habano Club .mx has a subscription box, which honestly I've been chatting with the owner quite a bit, and super cool. He finds artesian brands, which is super awesome. Like there's so many of them down here in Mexico, but you don't see them in many shops. Like you're gonna see their own brand, and some of them are okay, but they're overpriced. Like I had a $15 stick that it was as good as maybe a $3 or $4 stick. So I think that's something to consider. Also, there's a new cigar lounge opening down here in Playa del Carmen. So if you're ever coming down, they have like a podcast studio. They've got billiards. They've got darts. Got a cool little scene going on down here. So I think if cigars are of interest, you need to put that on your list to stop into. Purge that just a little bit. Almost went out. All right. I'm going to pull up this last question while we see if Tony hops back in here. But it says, what is your biggest barbecue or cigar fail, and what did it teach you? So I think for me, I've been smoking cigars long enough to really have a big cigar fail. For me, though, I think the biggest fail that I've had is taking so long to start. That's probably the thing that I kind of regret. I kind of wish I had have gotten into it sooner, especially with Tony. We were neighbors. I think it's something you do with friends, and that's why we do these live streams. I mean, we hardly ever have any of you guys actually watching this, but we enjoy it. We enjoy the time together and chatting and getting to talk through some of these cool things that we find fascinating and that we enjoy. And whether you guys watch or not, we really don't care, because it's just two friends bonding over cigars and barbecue. So I think the biggest fail that I had... Oh, there you are.
Okay, so my phone died.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right, my phone died. Here we are again. And now I'm inside the house, and I can't smoke in the house, but I'm going to try to get my cigar in here. You know what? I'm not going to smoke in the house, but...
You're good. You're good.
All right. I'm standing here. Okay, so I'm going to hold my phone. We're at the tail end. And
why don't we have you answer that last part of that last question, then we can wrap up here.
okay, what was that question again?
Last question was, if you had to smoke one cigar every day, you only got one.
Yep.
When would you smoke it, and what would you have with it?
Right after work. So I do it right after work.
Okay.
And and I liked it because I can slow down, think about my day, reflect on the day, things like that. It slows me down, kind of gets me ready. I probably drink just a glass of water because it's a school night, things like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
And I do that because again, caffeine will keep me up too late. Maybe a Sprite Zero, to be honest with you.
Okay.
A Sprite Zero would be good.
Like Sprite Zero with a cigar.
Yep, a Sprite Zero with a cigar. That would probably
Okay.
be one of my favorite things. Or a Squirt Zero with a some kind of flavored soda water or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
around 5 o'clock. That would be mine. And if I was, if I had one cigar a day and that's the only time, I would do it. That's the time I do it.
Okay.
Yep, for
I
sure.
like that.
What about you?
I'd say mine was in the morning with a coffee, specifically the Tamarindo from Craig.
Yep.
Love that. I honestly, that La Katrina, like that one surprised me. I've had some good cigars here, but I think that was the first one from down here where I was like, wow, this is amazing. And like
Yep.
cup of coffee, and I don't know. I can smoke a cigar on an empty stomach and not get sick. So kind of when I'm starting my morning work, cup of coffee, cigar, just kind of puff here and there. It slows me down because I kind of go through them quickly otherwise because I just like it. But if I get busy with work, I'll kind of let it rest and kind of do the thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would do.
That I can see. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Um, if I, if I could smoke in my office,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'd have it at work. I would definitely do that at work. I'd have a cup of coffee, and I would definitely do that. And I'd probably change it from after work to that if I could smoke inside the office.
Yeah.
But now these people, they frown upon that. There was a time where you could smoke in the office.
Yeah.
I was just about 30 years too late. But yeah, I would have my cigar, smoke in the office, and have it there.
There you
Yeah, that's what I would do for sure.
go. I like it.
Yeah, it just depends. If I had my house and I could work from home, it just depends. But yeah, I'd probably smoke. I think working would be great because it helps me concentrate a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I do find that tobacco does that a little bit. And I'd be honest with you, I probably wouldn't smoke every day. Maybe I would. I don't know. But like every other day I would. But 5:30 would be my idea because I can't smoke in the office. I want to get home and do it then. But if I could smoke, I would. Is my picture sideways or is it normal with you?
Yeah, it's oriented sideways, but you're okay.
Okay, I'm gonna this way then. That's all. I just wanted to
There
know
you
which
go.
side. Yeah. So,
Well,
but yeah, I would. Yeah, I think I would join you at 10:30 in the morning, about 9 o'clock in the morning. Get in, check my emails, start my work, get the flow going. I always get my cup of coffee, and then after that, look at my meetings and just have my cigar. Yeah, and I would just have my meeting and do cigars. Yeah, for sure.
nice chill morning.
Yeah,
Well,
nice chilling.
I don't
That'd
want
be
you to waste that amazing cigar, so we'll have to. We can wrap
Well,
up here so you
waste
can
it.
get back to finishing that thing.
I'm not. It's raining outside, but I'm not going to waste it for sure.
Yeah.
I wish I could plug this in at. I just don't have a.
No,
Hold
you're
on.
good.
As we're sitting here, I can probably get this and move it to the garage, but yeah, we're good still. We're not going to go too late, so I'll probably finish on my cigar in the garage. Yeah, I don't want to waste that cigar. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's expensive too. $28. That's a $50 stick, and I got it for $28, and it's actually more than that, and it's all tax free out here because on Indian reservation, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Cubans for $18 a stick. Holy crap! Yeah.
That's wild.
I know. I'm gonna pull off my crap out of my humidor, or maybe. The funny thing is, I gave you my humidor.
Yeah.
If I didn't have
the one you needed for these now.
Actually, I might get another humidor now. I might have two humidors.
Yeah. With that down the street. That's wild.
Right, with that down the street. Or maybe get a bigger humidor now. Now I need. Yeah. I saw one on Craig's place for a bigger one, a cabinet.
Oh. Okay.
It looks like it would go well right here. I'm just looking at it now, so yeah, I might look at a cabinet. So we'll see. What's another question?
All right, last question, then we'll wrap up, and then if you want, you can call me back in the garage so we can finish these.
Yeah, for sure.
What is your biggest barbecue or cigar fail, and what did it teach you?
My biggest fail for barbecue when I was first starting off, I just kept checking it. I just kept checking, opening the lid, just kept doing that. I didn't leave it alone.
Yeah.
And one time I fell asleep, and I learned from right there. It was, it was good. But again, what I learned from that, it's all about the smoke, getting that smoke in for 6, 7 hours.
Okay.
I just kept burping it and burping it and burping it and changing the temperatures, because every time you open it, you burp it, the temperatures just fluctuate. It's like it's an offset, right? And so again, I learned off an offset. I didn't have an easy bake. I didn't have a green egg back then. 30 years ago, no one had that stuff, and so that wasn't around. So everyone had an old hickory, things like that, old Smoky Joe, things like that from Academy or whatever. And I traded a couple of buddy passes for a good steel barbecue. It only held one brisket. It was small. It held one brisket. That was it. And or 2 racks of ribs. That was it.
Okay.
And it was small. But I just kept messing with it. And like I said, that one time I just fell asleep and I missed it. And I turned out to be some of the best barbecue. And I realized, stop opening the lid. Stop checking it. If I could tell anybody to do that, stop looking at it. Maybe that's where the easy bakes do so they kind of close it.
Yeah.
But when you have a fire and you're new to barbecue, and back then you always want to check everything, right? You always want to see how's it going. And back then we didn't have probes. Remember, we didn't have probes. We didn't have these computer things, and so you had these little gauges. So you want to make sure the temperature was right.
Yeah.
And and your temperature gauges weren't like they were 30 years ago. So what I learned was, and I think that what I learned is what they kind of made easier for a lot of people, and that is just kind of took a lot of the guesswork out.
Yeah.
But if you're in the middle of nowhere, and you're like in Odessa, Texas, in the middle of nowhere, and you have an offset, and you're trying to figure this out, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. Just check the firebox, make sure it has got fire in there. Again, make sure that the smoke is clear. Another thing I learned, I thought I was doing great with a lot of heavy smoke. And mesquite, I thought, oh, great, heavy smoke, that's great. And I found out, it's funny, you can have barbecue that's too smoky. And I did that once. I ruined a whole piece of meat because it was too smoky. It was all mesquite. It was too smoky. It was too rich. I had to throw it out. I was like, oh, it was too smoky. It had a great smoke ring, did everything right, but it was too smoky.
Too much.
And that's when you learn about different types of woods. That's when you learn about the fires. That's when you learn about clean smoke. That's when you learn about a lot of things. And I probably thrown away a lot of brisket. I mean, I spent a lot of money, literally thousands of dollars. And I think that's where these pellet smokers do well. These guys, these weekend warriors can come out. I always picture like the doctors and lawyers who buy all their leathers and their vests and all this stuff, and they get on the Harley Davidson and ride out. Weekend warriors versus the old guys who ride their Harleys every day.
Yeah.
You can see the wear on their chaps, the wear on the leather, and you can say, yeah, these guys are old school.
Yeah.
I think that's what the pellet smoker is. I think the guys the weekend warriors who ride those Harleys definitely have a trigger as an easy bake.
Yeah.
I know not to, it is what it is. But I think, if you're doing it for old school, yeah, leave it alone. Don't touch it. That's the one thing I learned a lot. Just don't touch it. Yeah. And then wrap it. Wrap it. That's what I learned too. Sometimes when we're talking to Clay up in Tootsie's, sometimes I don't wrap. Just depends on the wood, depends on the smoke and the temperatures. I don't wrap, he says. You don't always have to wrap your meat. You don't always have to wrap it. It just depends on what you're doing. So you add the tallow. You don't add that. You just look at it. And so I've done a lot of great briskets not wrapping too. So,
try that next
but what I
time.
like about it, it's different. Every piece of meat's different. How you grab it, how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was at a meat market. I was at Costco, actually, the business center, and I saw some prime and I saw some choice, and the fat was yellow. And I was like, ooh, yellow meat.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a whole different type of cow. That's a whole different type of grass. That's a whole different everything.
Yeah.
They sell these. I'm like, I was going to buy it just because of like yellow beef. It's like yellow fat. That's kind of that organic Argentinian. I guess that I guarantee that came from Argentina or South American, like Brazil. And I was like, damn. And I should have got that. I should have bought it. But if I see it again, I will buy one. So what about you? What did you learn?
I think for barbecue fail, all of them come down to either not doing the research and understanding how to select the cut of meat that I'm buying. So like buying a brisket with not enough fat on it. Like we had a brisket down here and they had completely cut the fat cap off. And I didn't realize that because I was used to it in the States. I'm like, oh crap. Like
Yeah.
there's not enough fat on here, and it was okay, but it really wasn't great. Or it comes down to not having probes, and like I bought the little thermo pen, and
Yeah.
I still use it for everything. I didn't used to, but there would be times where like my wife's steaks would come out completely raw in the middle, or burgers would be. I'm like, it looks done. I did it the same way I did last time, but I didn't check the temp because I don't have a way to check the temp. And it's like,
Well,
even burgers now, I'll temp it and be like, hey, I have this process down, but sometimes the meat's just a little bit different. Sometimes your smoker didn't do what you thought it did. So like knowing kind of where you want it is part of that, or knowing how it's done. Like with a brisket, it's like, oh, it could be 198, and you pick it up and it's still not like jiggling and folding like you like. It's just, okay, cool. This one needs to go 203 or maybe 205. Like every piece of meat's different, and so understanding when a piece of meat is done, that's where my fails have come. Where it's like I just took it off too early, and I didn't temp it, and I didn't check it, and I didn't do the things, or I didn't rest it long enough, or just some of the kind of the basics that I think you learn as you go, but either you need someone to teach you who knows what they're doing, or you need to do your own research and understand, when things are done, what to look for, how to select the whole process, how to select the meat, all the things.
so what I want you to do, Zach, between now and the next time, I know you talked about this, but when you talk about old school stuff, burgers, steaks, even brisket, it's all about feel. What I want you to do is this. So if you take, I'm going to try to I'm going to go sideways for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, am I there?
It looks like you turned it off, maybe.
There,
there you go.
Okay.
There you are.
Okay, so what I want you to do is this. God dang it. Okay. What I want you to do is this. So take your thumb and your pinky finger, hold it together.
Okay.
And touch the fatty part of your palm right there.
Okay. There's not a lot of. Okay. It does change a little bit.
Okay. So you go each finger. So this is so this right here. When you do your pinky, it's rare. It's all punchy. It's rare. You see my finger, how punchy it is? So you see my pinky? How I'm holding it? That's rare. If you do that, feel that, it gets a little bit tighter. That's medium rare. If you do this a little bit more, that's medium well. And if you take your finger right there and it's real tight, that's well done. So what I want you to do is between now and then get a steak and don't probe it. Go by feel. And use that as medium rare. So if you take a steak and it's real, like if you take your tongs or whatever and just push it,
that's it. Okay.
It's real spongy. That's going to be rare. But as you get a little bit more feel, a little bit more and more, it's going to be like, it's going to be overcooked. And you got to remember, there's still going to be carryover. That's fine. Yeah.
I'd say that's also the carryover is underestimating that. There's a couple of times where like, hey, I want to take this off I want my steak rare. Like I've been trying to try rare just because I've liked it a little bit more, and I keep overcooking it because the carryover that I'm not accounting for. So that's definitely a thing that I haven't gotten down as well. And I mean, I haven't been doing this long, 6-7 years, but like maybe longer than that, 8 years. But there's still things I'm learning, like every single time.
But yeah, a lot of chefs have been doing it for many years. So try to get away from your probes and go to feel. Next thing you know, go by feel. So you'll know that, and we'll talk about this. Do we end our recording already?
No, it's still going.
Okay. So first of all, know your hot spots on your smoker or your grill or whatever it is. So what your first thing you do is lay down a bunch of like white bread. And you can see which slices get really toasted, really hot, what toasted do you get really light. So you know the hot spots of your grill for sure. Yeah. That's like if you want to know your smoker or know your grill. And then the second thing is once after that, like I said, go back to that test right here and you'll feel it. And you sit there going, oh, so a lot of times I don't use my probes on steak anymore. I haven't used my probes I don't use my probes only when my brisket is at 205.
Okay.
Because it just gives me a good, and then what I do is once I get in there, I don't even trust my probe, then I feel it. Because Clay taught me this at Tootsie's. He's like, look at this. And he just even in the foil, it'll jiggle in the foil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then, so go by feel. Try your steaks by feel, and your burger's a little bit different but you should be able to push on them and see that. Chicken the same way. Chicken, yeah, chicken I probe because I always want to be safe on chicken. I don't
Yeah.
want to overcook
Yeah.
it, so I probe chicken.
Yeah.
But when it comes to steaks, it's always feel. I haven't probed a steak. God, I don't think I've ever probed a steak
Okay.
because I've just learned how to do it on feel. I just
Yeah.
learned to feel. Yep.
Okay. I'll
And
have to
then
work
once
on
I
that.
know my, yeah, and then once I know my grill and once I know my smoke, whatever I'm cooking on, then I know how much time. I know how
Okay.
thick my steak is. On an inch and a half, I do 2 minutes this way. This is at 800 degrees, go 2 minutes, 2 minutes, flip it. I get my sear marks, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then I might move to the side and then I go by feel.
Okay.
But if I'm doing a cast iron on the stove, which I'll do tonight, again, I always go by feel. I don't think I'll probe it tonight. Yeah. And I always
Okay.
get a nice medium rare and then go, if it's still spongy, you want to go, now I'll cook it a little bit longer. Don't do that. Pull it off because you have that carryover.
Yeah.
And guess what? Even if it's too rare and you cut it open, you can always throw it back on the grill again. It's not,
That's true.
yeah.
You should try something tonight. I don't know if you've done this. Throw your Weber on at 180. Throw your steaks on there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then cook them how you normally do. So much better. So much better.
Really?
Yeah.
How many? 30 minutes?
30 minute on 180. Yeah. It depends on how thick they are. I like 45 minutes. Allie likes like 20 to 30 minutes. But if you don't have a lot of time, at least do 30 minutes. It's
Okay.
so good. So good.
I might do that because I got the smoker. I might fire that up and then do it again for 30 minutes. I
Okay.
might try that. And what I did was I used a Japanese umami. So I used a
Oh.
Japanese umami on, I just put it like, I have 4 or 5 teaspoons in there and I
Yeah.
marinate my steaks a little bit on there. And it's funny, it's people like all these top chefs use it now. And I don't read about it. I just heard this one guy do it. So I did it. I tried it.
Yeah.
I never tell anybody. People go, wow, tastes like it pronounces the beef and
Yeah.
it tenderizes it too.
Okay.
And it is the best. It's amazing. I got it on Amazon. I'll send you the link to it.
Yeah.
And
I'd be interested to try that.
and I gave it to a friend of mine who's a chef, and he started using it. He's like, dude, it's just a game changer. It's funny. He goes, people don't know what it is because it doesn't take away from anything, but it's like white pepper. White pepper is like more umami, more earthy.
Mhm.
And people go, oh, it really pronounces the beef a little bit more. And I swear by it. And Lynn said, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing. And she's like, wow, the steaks taste really good tonight. Like you can really taste the beef. Did you go to a different butcher? I'm like, no.
No.
It just pulls out. Yeah.
A little bit of the Tony magic.
Yeah, right. The whole 20 minutes. But I still do salt and pepper on my beef. Just salt and pepper. That's all I use. Yep.
I say on my ribeyes, I salt them, leave them in the fridge 12, 24 hours, whatever time I have. Smoke them. I like 45 minutes, so I put mine on before Allie's, and then sear them afterward. And so good. Like turns a $10 piece of meat into like just phenomenal.
Okay, you know what? So when we end this, I'm gonna go outside, finish my cigar. Let's hang out and talk a little bit more.
Okay.
And I'll fire up that Weber again for a 180, and I'll throw the steaks on there. Let's do that.
Let's do it. Kill
All
it.
right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
See you in the next one.
Thanks, everybody. All right. Bye.